Jeez.
Well, allegedly we're live.
We're live.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Reading down the list, we've got What's For You. Hello. Kren.
Hi.
Evening.
Dave.
Hi.
Dave's always here, isn't he?
Sorry, Dave.
We've got Danny's in the house as well. Roy Hat's in the house.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Everyone's
here.
here.
All accounted for, nearly. It's time to play some stim files. Meet the Muppets on E-stim show tonight. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are the Muppets.
Well, you said you were last night. Last week.
Yeah.
Even.
He's just recovered from that.
Just
literally.
recovered, but they've got news on that front.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
That'll be coming up soon.
It's not good for me clangers.
No, Dave, we don't want you to leave.
No, definitely not. So we've had a hell of a week. It's been busy, but we've had a funeral this week.
Yeah.
Those that know. But we're going to support somebody, aren't we? And move forwards. So we're going to draw a line under that because we don't want getting upset. But it went really, really well with a massive turnout, which was
Thank
really
you all
nice.
for your support. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, and we're supporting her.
Yeah,
and she
we
has
are.
some news, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going
To
somewhere.
try and cheer her up, because we do everything we can to look after her, basically. So, what does that mean? What does that mean?
We're going somewhere.
Where are we going?
We're going to Disneyland.
Whoop, whoop, and all
Whoop,
that.
whoop.
Oh, am I allowed to say that? Is that not trademarked?
That is my line.
That's her line. So, yeah, the end of March, she's going to go to Disneyland for a bit of therapy.
I'm going to meet up with
Yeah.
some friends while we're there.
Retail therapy, knowing anything. Timothy Worrell.
Is that Welsh?
No sway a porb.
Is that Welsh?
I thought it could be Welsh,
That
actually.
probably is Welsh.
There's not enough L's in it for Welsh, though, and all that. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks. It's been busy. We've been working on some new designs, but we're not allowed to talk about it
Nope.
because she'll spank me.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
while
yeah.
that's fun, she'll probably get that electric box out again. That thing. She traumatised me this
Must have been a
afternoon.
busy week. Stuncott's wearing the same T-shirt.
It is. Yeah, it's come round again.
It's been washing over.
I've only got 2 T-shirts.
No,
So
he
yeah,
hasn't.
that was a lot of fun last
Yeah,
week.
we
Those that haven't seen it, check last week's stream because it was a giggle.
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it.
Oh, yeah.
More than once.
Yeah.
Judging by the messages we've had, everyone has seen it. So what else have we been up to this week? Or should we tell them about the other suggestions?
T-shirt got welded to him after last week.
Yeah, let's just say frying bacon.
Yeah,
Next
literally.
stream, the T-shirt, but inside out.
No,
Don't give him ideas.
next week's stream is probably going to be me inside out again because
Well, is it next week or should we sort of lengthen
Well,
it a bit?
I don't know. I think I can get it ready for next week. Somebody,
you
not
read-
a million miles from this stream, suggested that there was another game that we could pervert.
Yeah.
Operation. And we started looking around for an Operation game for us to open up, put some relays in, that sort of thing. And then Madam on the end here got involved. And we're no longer getting the normal game of Operation. I have a picture. We are getting the minion version of Operation. So hopefully next week they're going to be frying me using this time.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe don't go live.
Don't on the table. I can't lie on this table. I built it, so I would not trust anybody's weight on that thing. So yeah, we're looking at getting that.
Yeah, I mean, it was suggested to strap up 2 people to it, but we both decided, didn't we, that it's much more fun to have him strapped up to it.
I need rubbing down afterwards though, with some cream and stuff.
I'll get the dog on it.
Right. So yeah, we've got that coming. Hopefully next weekend, or if I haven't got time to get it squared away, it'll be the following weekend. But
Yeah.
you can look forward to, as it says at the bottom, Operation Cook Nuts again.
That's
Yeah.
what it's now called.
That's what it's now called. So it's not a game operation; it's Operation Cook Nuts, and it shall be called that from now on.
The thing is, I mean, you say sort of you got PTSD in it. You actually enjoyed that last week.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
did.
all right actually. It
You
was
did.
fun. That's not to say you shouldn't do it as well, of course. I think it's about time Joe was fried. Dave, You're a genius. No, I reckon, because this is one of those things, and someone did comment on the little video we did of it. It's really easy to mess up if it's not you attached to it. So I think we all need to be wired up, and then we all have a go and see who gets zapped the most. So we can unplug and plug in the next person and pass it on. What does everyone think? Yeah.
Well, that's easy. It's going to be us two.
Happy with that. Me and Dave think that's a good idea. So if you think it's a good idea for all three of us to have a go with it, please save my cooked nuts. Or if you think it's just more fun cooking nuts, then that's going to be me, isn't it?
As I said, he
Yeah.
says cook nuts.
Operation Cook
He
Nuts.
set the settings. He placed the electrodes where he wanted them to go.
Yeah.
And he thoroughly enjoyed it afterwards.
Took one for the
did?
team. Took one for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did. But anyway, enough about my cooked nuts. What else have we been doing this week?
We've got a new colour.
Have we now? I'm
Yeah.
going to go to a different camera.
It's looking very purple.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I would say that's purpley.
That is very purple.
Yeah, we've decided to go for a new colour of purple.
Yep.
So at the moment we've got Mona necks. These are now in stock.
Yep, they're on the site. These bad boys.
We will be doing the flange and the large flow necks as well.
Yep. They're going up.
It's a trial colour to see how well it goes for the moment.
Sorry, I'm just...
Methinks
the gentleman protests
you're
too
right,
much.
You're right on that.
We're going to fall out. But you might have a point. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. When
I like the Roy Hut one.
Someone wired up to the likes button on stream. Now, that would be fun if I could get that sorted out.
We'd be there with our computers.
Yeah.
Like.
Both sat there with little iPads
Yeah.
and see how high I can get off my chair. So, yeah, purple.
Yeah.
And
So-
it looks rather nice. Go back to that camera again, because that's a nice view. So, the Mona necks are on the site now.
Yeah.
What's coming this weekend?
So this weekend, we've got the short Lucifer's ladder, the standard size Lucifer's ladder, and the XL Lucifer's ladder.
Oh,
The standard stairway and the XL stairway. The short stairway will be coming on
early next week.
next
They're
week, as
printing
well as the large flow and the flange neck.
So basically, we're starting to roll that colour out in ABS.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. I personally think it looks really, really nice.
Yeah, we're going to do a trial run of a certain amount, aren't we? And then we're going to see how it
We'll
goes.
see how it goes, yeah. And if people like it, we'll get some more of the material in and
Yeah.
we'll make them. So yeah, those are coming this weekend. The Mona's on the site now. Now, we haven't got a lot to talk about this week because we've only had a few questions in. I think, is it 5 or 7?
7.
So we'll be going over them. You need to get your bowl in view. Let everyone admire your bowl. But something I picked up on Reddit, and I think it might be Roy Hat on Reddit. But,
I was going to say it was
but
definitely
I might
somebody
be.
suggested.
It was
I
someone
can't-
that we know.
Yes.
One of the problems with using conductive rubber with a cord lock is, as you tighten it, sometimes you can get your skin pulled inside, and that's not good. We don't like that. So he came out with a quick suggestion of, instead of mounting it that way, where you get a lot of free space in the middle, which can cause hot spots as well, if you actually wire or connect
that way round.
that way round. So I don't know if we can go for over a cam and see what that looks like. If you do it that way round, skin doesn't get drawn in as you tighten it. And that is an excellent suggestion. So well done, whoever came up with it.
Yeah.
And I think it might be Roy Hat. But I'm going to start doing that. But I tend to use the insulators anyway, and it's not so much of a problem. But I think that is thinking outside the box, and I like that. One of the things I like about E-stim is you can experiment. You can mess around with kit, and you can try using things in different ways. And that is the perfect example of thinking outside the box and coming up with a really nice solution to a problem that is quite common. So try it. What you got to lose?
To do the discount code.
Less sharp spots.
Are you doing? You haven't have to be reminded
I know,
again.
do you want to remind me, or?
Yeah, I do, because I like doing that. So
Well, this week we've got a special
there it is.
discount
There it is.
code, haven't we?
That's just for her. to remind it so she can see it on the monitor, because we've got the chat up here, which has gone really quiet. So I'm going to
Yeah.
refresh that.
Yeah, make sure it's still working.
It wasn't working. It has gone quiet.
Oh, wow.
No. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I'm just going to try and catch up with some of this.
Okay, so this week's discount code is whoop whoop.
And that worked as well. So what we got?
It is Valentine's whoop.
Do that again? I like that.
Valentine's whoop.
I can't do that. Valentine's whoop. And
You're
that's,
not allowed to do that.
I know.
She'll have you for
I
that
get
one.
told off.
It'll be told off.
So that's 10% this
Yep.
week.
Yeah,
Because-
so we decided to share the love this
Yeah,
week.
because it's,
didn't we?
well, yeah.
Well, you got a Valentine's present and
So,
delivered a Tesco carry bag, didn't you?
as per
Yeah.
usual, that is valid for, is it 48 hours?
Yep, 40 hours from this stream.
For all our
putting my ring down.
stores. So,
Yeah.
With it.
eBay,
Yep.
E-stim Emporium.
And 6 machine reviews.
Yeah.
You forgot then, didn't you?
No, I wasn't.
You're just working, you're hanging out on your bated breath. You were building up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that works for
Okay.
that. So yeah, use it or lose it.
Yeah.
If we remember, because we don't always remember,
No.
but if we remember, we'll put it on again
Yeah.
towards the end of the stream. It's her little department, and she came up with that discount code today. Because I got told off for the one I came up with last week,
Which was.
which was pretty lazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was that lazy, I can't even remember what it was. But that doesn't matter because it doesn't work anymore. So 10% off, use it or lose it. So shall we do some questions?
So Danny's suggested maybe look into the colour neon.
Neon colours are nice.
Dave likes the idea, but
Yep. But
I'm not sure what the not me's about. Whether it's about the colour or something else we've said, because of the chat not catching up.
I know.
It's a real pain when the cat.
Sometimes the chat doesn't.
Yeah.
There's a lag. There's a delay between you typing something and us seeing on it, and quite often that little YouTube pop-out button
Sticks.
freezes, and we have to reset it. So apologies if we miss some of your comments.
Yeah.
We're not doing it on purpose. Put it like that. When we cock up, it's normally due to our levels of skill rather than anything on purpose.
The loop wasn't.
Wasn't
Roy.
idea. That's what he
what
means.
it
Right,
means.
got you. Well, it was somebody. And it was a good idea. I think everyone couldn't agree.
Yeah.
That's quite a novel way of approaching
Yeah.
that problem. So well done on that one. So I've done my little stinger thingy. I'm doing it again. Look at that. Your question's answered. Delve. Delve, girl.
Delve into the pot
Get the fist in there.
of his handwriting.
I know.
Yeah, my handwriting. This is going to be painful.
Yeah.
Which are better, square or round pad electrodes?
That's. It depends on
It
where you're
depends,
putting it and what you
yeah.
want.
It's very subjective, that.
Yeah.
There's 3 major shapes you can get. There are weird and wonderful shapes, but the main ones are square, rectangular and circular. You can get some curvy ones for sticky outy areas on the girls. The main problem with square pads is the corners tend to peel up.
Yeah.
And that creates hot
Hot
spots.
spots. Which are ouch.
Yeah, so I tend to use medical bandages, that cohesive stuff over the top. That holds them down nicely, or an elasticated strap. The round pads, I've not noticed that happening as much because of the shape of them. You don't get that little corner that tends to dry out and peel up. So round pads are my preference. Square work very well, but you might have to wrap something over it. You can get rectangular ones as well, and depending on where you're going to stim, they can be really good.
Yeah.
And you can get some curved ones as well for them.
For the upper half.
For the upper half, if you know what you're doing. Because if you're going
Yeah.
to play above the waist, you need
With
to
the right box and everything else.
Yeah, you need to know what you're doing. So it's a very subjective one. I don't think there is one is better than the other because
No.
they all have their own uses and use
That's it.
cases. But try both. You know, if you're used to using the square ones, get some round ones in and try it. The round ones tend to be smaller as well.
Yeah.
So they can be a little bit more intense. So if you're maxing out your power box, a smaller electrode will give you an increase in perceived power
Yeah.
because all that energy is going through a smaller area. So, yeah, it's
Or you
a
can
difficult
always
one.
trim your square one round.
You can trim your square ones and make them a bit smaller.
But be careful how you trim it.
Yeah, there's an article on her site about what can go wrong if you do that, and you
Yeah.
can create fires and stuff.
So
Try not to go below 3/4 of an inch if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
And round the corners off.
Yeah.
Because again, it'll help them stick down. If you get a sharp corner, they almost always peel up. So yeah, subjective. They're all as good as each other, but they all have different use cases.
Yeah.
So what's next then? She's delving again. Look at that. I know it's like you shuffle like that. That's good. Well, it's upside down. You didn't shuffle that, did you?
Well, she doesn't have an arrow saying this way up.
I know.
Can I get your electrodes in the USA? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
So
We ship to the USA. Gary at Happy Stint
Tim?
also stocks our kit,
Yep.
as well as 665.
Yeah. 665 are on the other coast to Gary, I think. So yeah, we have 2 stockists in the USA, but we also ship to the USA regularly. In fact,
Yeah.
a lot of our orders go to America. Gary and 665 don't stock everything we make.
No.
However, Gary is really, really friendly. He's an absolutely amazing customer service. If you want something and you don't want to pay international postage, get in touch with him. And when he puts his next wholesale order, he quite often does a couple of add-ons for people who want specific things that he doesn't normally stock. So that's an option. So I mean, basically the answer to that is, yeah, you can get our stuff in the US.
Yeah.
Next! Oh,
Hey, you didn't have a Stampy Pants one this week.
Yeah, you know.
I don't
You
know.
haven't had one for ages.
I know. I peaked last week. It was like electrotherapy on my danglers. It took it all out of me.
Can I use an electro pebble for nipple play? Only if you're using it on one nipple because it hasn't got isolated channels.
Or if you've got 2,
Yeah.
Pebbles. Yep.
yeah, you can use
Yeah.
one on each.
Someone came up with a question, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, about using a splitter cable on a single control box so that it's only got one channel so they can do both nipples.
No.
No.
Do not do that because you're going to get spurious currents going across your chest, and that's
Yeah.
what we want to avoid if you're playing above the waist. And if you don't understand that, you shouldn't be playing above the waist. Keep it down below.
Do you want to check the chat again?
I'm checking the chat.
Yeah, you've got to.
I'm doing it. I'm clicking me click
There we go.
Click it. Why is it doing this? Right. It wasn't Cren either. You're off the hook. But it is a good idea.
Nice idea.
Did see stuff got going around the garage 5 minutes before closing time, hoping for some cheap roses. I got them all. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, and I had a Tesco carry bag to deliver it all
He
again.
did. He brought me in a Tesco
That was
carrier
it. I didn't
bag.
buy the bag. That was expensive. I'm getting some abuse today. It's great. Before closing for reduced flowers. And yet Danny's on about Gary, good customer service.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dave either. So we don't know who it was, but it was somebody, and it's a bloody good idea.
Yeah, I
So-
can't remember who it was either.
No, I'm going to keep refreshing this because obviously it's messing us around. So did we answer that question? Or did I just go
Yeah.
off on a complete
No, we've answered
random
it.
tangent?
You going to do another one?
Do it. Do it.
What do I need to get started with the E-stim Systems electro rings? You literally need one ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. The electro rings, have we got here? We have.
we've got one.
Kicking about the studio.
We might have the other set up in the cupboard.
Yeah. Right. Excuse the blue tack. That's what that question was regarding. The E-stim Systems electro rings. They run in size from 25mm to 65mm in 5mm increments. And you can use them on their own. So you can get away with just using one of these as a monopole ring. They take 2mm bananas, and there's 2 connections, so you can use it as a common if you're doing triphase. So that's the minimum you need.
We've got part of it.
Yeah. The other thing, if you're going to use 2, you could just use 2.
Yeah.
But if you want to keep them rigidly in place, get the accessory pack from E-stim Systems, and that allows you to bolt 2 of them together. Which basically, have we got one of our bipolar loops? We haven't, have we? It basically allows you to put one behind your meat and 2 veg,
Yeah.
and one around your sausage, and it keeps them. Don't giggle in you in the end.
Sorry, but
It
it's...
keeps it rigidly in place. So if you're going to play with this system, I'd go with those 3 for a starter.
Yeah.
2 rings, measure yourself properly, and the accessory pack, which has got Allen keys in, screws, and all the rest of it.
Yeah, because you want the rings to fit
Yeah.
properly.
If you want to use more than 2 and have them in a rigid assembly, you can either use our expanders, which is that one there. that
With the
yellow little locking screw that allows you to adjust the length, and we do 2 different sizes of those. Yeah. Or E-stim Systems have something similar called a stacker, and that allows you to just add as many as you want, but you
So,
need one
the same.
stacker for each extra ring.
Yeah, roughly it's about the same.
Yeah, it's about the same as that, yeah.
So,
But basically, that's all you need to get going. You can just get one ring, try it. They are really good quality, and as with all E-stim systems electrodes, they give a lifetime guarantee with them,
yeah.
They do.
which is really good. I like them. They are very, very nice.
Oh, he loves him.
He does.
He does.
Perhaps that's what we should use next time.
Ooh, hello, darling.
Oh,
Yeah, but I might not be able to sit under this desk like that. I'll be like that. Oh, yes, it's really, really good, but I can't sit up straight because I'll snap something.
just lie back.
No, because then everything will be out. You use a string and a marker pen to be measured. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Don't use one of those retracting tape measures, because if you let go,
Oh.
you're going to be cleaning up for ages.
Yeah.
A little bit of string with a marker.
I'm laughing at the next comment.
Can I request a penny with some sound effects whenever you demonstrate the expansion? Now that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoop.
But it's like, it's that bit.
I need to spend some time on this little box here.
Yeah.
Box soundy tricks, and see if we can come up with something like that.
Later,
And as Danny says, they take 4mm plugs, and they are really, really good. Everything that they're producing recently has been gold.
It has.
Triple, the bipolar ones, and these have just been absolutely fantastic. And El Mariachi. Nearly forgot late again. You've missed the best bits. Shall I tell them the best bit?
Yeah.
Well, they can come back again.
We can.
They can.
We're getting one of them.
Yeah.
We're getting one of them for Operation Cook Nuts. Version 2, part 2, yeah. Part 2. Yeah, two thuds as he hit the floor. So we can have some fun with that. When I say we, them two are going to have a lot of fun with it.
I'm not saying anything.
I'll probably be
You
doing...
absolutely loved it.
I will probably be making do with this again. Where I'm going to find it. He's going to do it.
You're looking for your button, aren't you?
I think it's that one. Nope.
Was he? Yeah.
You couldn't hear me because I said I was going to be using that one again.
But instead of him going, swearing and that, he was actually going, oh, this is too good. This is too good. This is too good.
Oh, please turn it up, matron. We really like that. So yeah, rather than using the classic Operation game, she's decided we're having the Minions one.
Yeah.
Because she likes the bananas.
I like the bananas.
The bananas. So, next question from The Bowl of Much Confusion. That's a good name for that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The Bowl of Confusion.
Right. Can I wire up to one electrode face on a motor and connect to another electrode?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Damn
you
right.
can.
Damn right.
If you-
I've not got a motor here.
No, because somebody's still got that.
Yeah, but basically, a bipolar electrode is just two electrodes attached together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use that one, you can use that one, you can use both of them. You don't have to use them all. You could wire that up to that, ignoring the base. So if you don't like the sensations you're getting when using it on a channel, experiment.
Yeah.
You know, you can. All you need is two electrodes for a channel, and they can be any surface you want.
Of course, it doesn't help the fact you picked up a triple.
It's not a triple.
no, it's a
No,
triple, not
that's a big
triple.
boy.
That's the big one.
That's a big one. If you want to see a big boy,
No, this is not the decimator.
no, that is the large triple, and that
Yeah.
is a big boy. As me mug.
That is definitely a big boy.
In fact, we've got a small.
This is,
I can't
this is the
believe-
small, the one I normally use.
So that's the small.
That when I
that's the big.
suggested sort of perhaps you could insert that for the operation, you weren't too impressed about the idea.
There's not enough room in here for the run-up I'd need to get that in, and there ain't enough lube in this country.
No.
So yeah, it's
even
Yeah,
bigger
it's
than
big.
the.
it's
what
only
size?
a tiny bit from the. Is that the 55?
That's a
or
50, I think 50. One of the things I like about the new cases that the E-stim systems are doing as well, they use these tool cases. They're really discreet, and they're really easy to fit together and use.
Yeah.
So basically, you slide them down, twist, and it locks.
Yeah.
The old one, she was
The old ones
constantly.
used to have to twist.
Oh, yeah.
And literally a little turn, and you're in. So these,
As well as being recycled.
they are, let me get this right. They're made from recycled plastic, and they're recyclable, because
Yeah.
apparently those two don't apply to all recycled materials.
Oh,
Which
is
is
it
something
time
new.
to remind people about the 2 rules of anal play?
The 2 rules
Rules
of
of
anal
anal
play
play.
is that make
Kren.
sure someone else is using it. Kren, Feel free.
Yeah,
You have the floor. Enlighten everybody. Let me catch up
Make
with some
requests for Lucifer's Ladder for the Operation game. Lol, spikes.
We don't need spikes. No, you know me by now. Right, here we go. Let's get these on the
Rule
screen.
1. You can never have too much lube. Yep, that
Yeah,
gets
yeah, I
that
agree with that.
any internal play.
Lube is your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is rule number 1. And that's a pretty damn good rule number 1.
You can't keep your...
You can't keep your nose above the surface. You've got too much lube.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
good right as
you want to
well.
be down to about here.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're using that sort of stuff, you use lots of it.
Yeah. There's never too much.
Never too much. There is too little though.
Yeah.
You know,
and you will feel it.
Yeah. It's worth
And not in
using,
a
and use a
pleasant
good
way.
quality lube as well.
Yeah.
Don't cheap out on that.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Kren. They are absolutely good.
Lube snorkels for advanced players.
Yeah.
only.
Yeah, that's advanced breath play.
Yeah,
that
very
comes under
advanced.
breath play.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's highly advanced stuff. So yeah, if as Kren says, if you're doing anal play,
Definitely.
common sense,
Lots and lots of
lots of lube. And the other thing is, don't push yourself. Yeah, don't get into a situation where your eyes is bigger than your sphincter. Yeah, especially when you're ordering things like these because they are on the large size. I mean, that's the small, and that is huge compared with things like the Mona and the Flow.
Yeah.
In fact, we've got a Flow sat behind us, so
Yeah, just a bit of a difference.
well, you can see instantly if we come up for close-up cam the difference in diameter between the large Flow, which is this one,
Yeah.
and the small triple, which is that. So
Yeah.
make sure you check out the measurements because they ain't cheap, and you want to get the right size
That's it.
and avoid disappointment.
Yes.
Definitely.
We don't want to be having disappointment. Let me refresh this.
No. So there's nothing more.
So there we go. We're happy with that. So
You spend a fortune on a new toy, you get all excited, you open it up out the packet and you go,
yeah, and the big thing with these is remember to clean them down.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's just not wiping them.
it's actually taking them
They
apart.
come together. They come together. They come apart first, then they come together. They come apart really, really easily. Strip and clean them, and don't forget that little plastic bit in the bottom, the top hat.
Yeah.
Because if you forget to refit that, you've then turned it into a
a
monopole
monopole.
electrode, and that can be useful in some situations. So if you want to turn those into one electrode,
Just take that top out.
take the top out, and go for it that way.
Sure, it'll fit. Hand me the mallet.
Or a
Yeah.
big run up with lots of lube. If you're having to use a run up, you need lots and lots of lube. Rule number 1. So, what next?
2 more.
Bam, bam, bam.
Can I use a normal sound for E-stim? Yes.
No, don't do it. I just don't like sounding. No,
Yes,
you can.
You
Yeah.
can. But you might have to stick a sticky pad around it.
That's the easiest way to wire up a normal stainless steel sound is sticky pad on the top.
Yeah.
And go for it.
Because you're not going to damage it.
No,
then.
some people use crocodile clips, and I'm against that because you can scratch the surface, and you don't want to be scratching anything that's going down there because someone once said the tissue down there is like tissue paper.
Sorry, what's for you?
Was too big doorstop maybe.
Yeah.
Garage doorstop.
Yeah.
Very expensive doorstop, yeah.
That does look like a doorstop, doesn't it? It's huge.
The large, yeah.
Yeah, the large. The XL. Now that is frightening. When people order the XL, we quite often have to split the order into 2 boxes because
of the weight.
The order is over 2 kilogram, and that's mainly the XL.
Yeah.
So don't order the XL in something heavy because we have to pay twice for shipping, which is not good.
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
No.
Nutcracker. Dave, we're going to fall out.
Sorry.
You say you can use it as a nutcracker.
You can use anything for a nutcracker. You
Yeah.
can use that little machine as a nut sizzler. It's like barbecued nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they do. Dave does.
They've probably guessed.
Dave does that thing. My nemesis. But she was playing with this earlier, giving me PTSD.
Not wired up to anything.
No, she was out sat in the corner entertaining herself, and I was jumping off my chair at just the
he
sound of
wasn't.
it.
He wasn't.
Right, next.
Last question.
The last question.
Yeah.
Early knock off. Going for a Mackey's.
Where can I find drivers for online play?
Online.
Yeah, I
Online?
was going to say most forums,
Yeah.
most
A lot of Discord channels.
adult forums.
Yeah.
The E-stim Discord channels have places where you can announce whether you want to be driven or be a driver. E-stim forums, that sort of stuff. It's quite hard to... Your dog's snoring.
Yeah.
I was wondering, this little noise has been in my ear, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I've just
It's
realised
Emma.
it's Emma, the guard dog, on duty, snoring. And I've completely lost my track of thought now. Because of your dog?
Oh,
We were talking about E-stim forums.
yeah.
Yeah, drivers.
drivers.
Yeah, Discord channels, there are some Skype groups. I don't know of them or how to get
You
into
did
them.
say it's quite difficult too, and then you went off track with
Yeah, I
the
do
snoring.
that. It's quite often difficult to find people. If you're looking for drivers, don't be shy to offer to drive other people because that's only fair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people just sit there saying, I want to drive, I want to drive, I want to drive, whilst giving nothing back. If you're looking around for the services of someone else, then you should be doing that as well, either to them or someone else. And it's sort of like paying it forward, as it were. So I would advise doing that. You know, if you want to get into that sort of game, do that.
Roy Hat says, will the purple be available for the nipple clamps?
Oh, now there's an idea.
That is definitely an idea.
Yeah.
We generally don't smooth nipple clamps.
No, but
but
we
we can print them in the ABS and it'll look the same as the PLA.
Yeah.
Drop us an email.
Yeah.
If you want a set of the version 1 or the version 2. Have we got the version 2 kicking about?
We did have
Yeah,
one.
there's one. That's the version 2. They're the ones with the little teeth that help hold it in place when you're all lubed up.
Yeah.
We can do those in purple ABS. Not a problem at all. We are quite flexible with what we can do because we make stuff ourselves.
Like we're
There's-
doing.
That's Bender the Poop Monster. That's his name. We can react quite quickly to people that want custom stuff. And if we've got the coloured filament, then it's quite easy for us to
Yeah.
do some weird and wonderful, wacky one-offs. Whereas designing new products takes a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
And we have got several things in the pipeline, but it just takes so much time to get it right before you can mass produce it and put it on the shelf. Because there's nothing worse than making 50 and then realising actually if you'd done this it would have been better.
Yeah.
Because you've wasted a lot of time and resources. But yeah, if you want any particular colours that we don't do in any other stuff, get in touch with us.
Yeah, because we've done that before for people
Yeah.
where they were like, "Oh, I'd really love that in this colour,"
So we've done it.
Yeah.
and we've sort of gone, "Okay, yeah, we can
If
do
it's
that."
something that's vapor smooth, you're going to be looking at 3 to 4 days. If it's something that isn't vapor smooth, we can have something made in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because we've got lots of productive capacity. The thing that slows us down is the vapor smoothing process to make things all shiny.
Yep.
So if it's the regular stuff, get in touch.
I
We'll see what we can
basically
do.
got a huge mound.
We've got a
of-
trolley full of bins full of stuff that are awaiting processing.
Yeah.
And we prioritise that with our stock level. So if you're getting low on a black stairway, then that's the
Get
next
the-
things that we
yeah.
start smoothing. We tend to produce a lot of stuff up front and then leave them waiting for smoothing because that is the bottleneck. It's not the printing, it's the post-processing that
Well,
we do.
it's both, but
Both,
now,
really.
now
No,
it's more sort
it's
of.
the smoothing.
yeah.
And the thing that tends to throw a spanner in the works is when we get a big wholesale order. If someone comes and orders 200 or 300 products from us, that's
Well, 3 big wholesale orders at one
Yeah,
go.
or 3
Yeah.
We're finally getting back on track
that
from,
we had.
from that.
So yeah, Roy Hat, yes, we can do it in purple. Get in touch with which one you want and we can
Yeah.
add that to the production queue. Not a problem at all. So is that us done?
I think it
That's
is.
a short one this week, isn't it?
is.
That's all the
What are we at?
questions gone.
We're at 34 minutes.
That is
Has
really
anyone
short
got any
for us.
Yeah,
questions
if you've got any questions
from the floor? Or the sofa?
Or
Or the kitchen
wherever.
dining table? Or whoever it is that you're sat there watching? 'Cause you never know, do you?
Or your mysteries dungeon.
No, you wouldn't be watching our stream in the Mistress's Dungeon. You'd be much busier.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
have a much bigger smile
Would
on your
we watch a
face.
stream in a dungeon?
No,
No.
no. You'd be having much more fun.
Depends if the mistresses are watching it.
Yeah. Now, we found a dungeon close to us that we might be frequenting very shortly to put her through her paces. See if she's going to earn a McFlurry on the way home. She normally does. Joe and team, I presume you're actually happy to be tagged with reviews and pictures on Pet Life. Absolutely,
Yes.
yeah. We've grown through word of mouth. And, you know, people talking about our kit, and it really puts a big smile on our face when people recommend us, because you produce something and you have a lot of self-doubt, and you sort of like, it's the imposter syndrome, isn't it? You think, is it good enough, and, you know, we're doing the right thing.
That's it.
And when we get feedback, it blows us away. Our Ko-fi supporters, you know, we've got a very small, loyal group of Ko-fi supporters that actually support us financially every month. And that just blows us away, that people are willing to do that. And that's why we do an extra stream on a Saturday just for them, so that we can give them some insider news and information. And they get a more intimate little live stream where you might get one person watching, 2 people watching. So you can ask the questions if you're a bit shy in a bigger forum like this.
Yeah, but it's more the fact that they get a sneaky peek into upcoming
Put your
things.
Discord link also in the box below. Well, we could do, but then people are not going to watch the stream.
No.
They'll just come in, pick up the code and wander off. The whole idea of that discount code is to say thank you to you lot.
Discord link.
See, I'm thinking
Put your
discount.
glasses on.
They're there, aren't they? I forgot where they were.
Yeesh.
Yeah, anyway, that's the reason why we don't do that. But yeah, we can put the Discord link in, can't we? That is a good suggestion. We'll get on that.
Okay.
Why do you recommend to paint your sets? Right,
That's
comes-
more for PLA.
Yeah, that comes from a guy called Climber. Now, Climber, if you don't know who he is, he was the owner, the admin, the person that ran E-stim, which was an amazing repository of information about E-stim that has sadly gone when he passed away. And his big concern was bacteria growing within the layer lines. Now, anything that is going internally should be smoothed, should have no layer lines, so you can get no bacterial growth. It's purely optional for external toys. Yeah. Some people like to do it to make it look smooth and pretty.
Yeah.
The PLA stuff that I play with is not painted. But we put that in there as, you know, if you want to go that extra step and make it smooth and shiny like the ABS stuff, that's the way to do it. But it is entirely optional. So there you go. Other people blowing your trumpet is always better than blowing your own.
Yeah, definitely true.
True.
Unless you're actually blowing your nose.
It's also nice having more than one person blowing your trumpet at the same time.
Can't take you anywhere, can we?
Unless it's back to apologise, which is the normal one. And I always tell people, if they ask where I get my products, well, thank you very much for recommending us. Because it is, we've grown simply through word of mouth.
That's it.
We experimented with advertising on FetLife for about 6 months, but that was costing £500 a month.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It didn't really.
we're not generating sales to cover that, so it was a financial loss. So,
Wrong
and
sort of market,
well,
to be
yeah,
fair.
I mean that's the only advertising we've ever done. Everything else is literally people sharing photos, talking about us on forums,
Word of mouth.
word of mouth. And for
Yeah.
me, a word of mouth recommendation for a company is worth any advertising.
Oh, it's
Because
worth
advertising is paid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
It's
worth-
worth more than advertising, because if you value someone's opinion,
Yeah.
you're going to listen to them.
Yeah.
So if you are, you know, posting pictures, quote us. It helps us out, and we're more than happy with that. And it's also quite fun to see our stuff being used. Look at these two smiling. I'm not saying nothing. Terrible. So that's it.
That's all the.
So we have reached a conclusion. What we don't want to do is drag it out.
No.
For next week, we're going to try and get Operation Cook Nuts going. But we can't guarantee it. It all depends if I can get it working. So we've got to open it up and see what's going on. But if it's anything like the last game, we should be able to do something.
Yeah. Thank you, Kren. That would be very nice of you.
Thank you, Krem. And anyone else who posts our pictures on Discord, Reddit,
it's really
forums,
appreciated.
it really helps us because people get to find us, and then hopefully like our kit. And the other thing is, if you like what we do and our products, leaving a review on the shop helps. You know, that little 5-star thing and a little write-up. Completely non-obligatory. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I know some of the names here have done some reviews for us, and it's really, really appreciated.
Okay, so Kren's made a comment. Just finished upgrading my version 1 bipolar nipple clamps to something closer to the V2 you've made.
You have to send us a picture of that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's interesting. I like the V2s simply because of those little pegs. I'm not going to call them spikes because I don't like spikes.
They're not. If you
The little teeth that are flat.
They're not teeth.
No, they are. They're teeth shaped, but they're not
Like
sharp.
Lego shaped.
No, we could do a Lego one. Wouldn't we? No, we get sued under a rock.
Yeah, we
wouldn't
would.
Yeah, sort of. They're not sharp. They're
Where
flat
can I
teeth.
submit questions for future episodes? You can do it down below in the little YouTube forum thingy.
Email us.
You can email us, get in touch with us on Discord or through the shops, and then we'll add it into the bucket.
Yeah.
A little chum bucket on the end. And then you will get the honour of having your question read out.
Or you can just ask us live.
Yeah.
And we'll
When we're on stream,
answer.
ask us away, put us on the spot. And if we can't answer you there and then, we'll find the answer for the next stream, so you can get that for us. Thanks again for taking the time to do lives. We're actually enjoying it.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, but we also really love it with the fact that you guys keep coming back.
Yeah, if there's something you want to see us talk about, let us know. Again, down in the contact thing below or by email, because one of the things that we struggle with doing it weekly is finding enough to talk about,
Yeah.
to educate and inform you. So if there's something that you want to see, any of our electrodes that you want to physically see us demonstrate, not demonstrate, but you know what I mean. Let us know.
That's what we've got Banani for.
That's what, Banani. The Banani, Crash Test Banani. And Mr. Nuts on the corner. So I think that's it for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching.
Yeah.
We've got 17 people have been watching
Wow.
today. Which is, hold myself.
My wife gave me very
Funny looks last week.
I was laughing hard enough to cry. Watching Joanne laughing hard enough to cry. What you do in the game, lots of
Having rewatched that video, their faces,
He was in absolute stitches.
you couldn't make that up. That was, just seeing their reactions was better than mine. But the thing that made me laugh is everyone was like, oh yeah, brilliant Joanne, brilliant Samar. No sympathy for my nuts, that's for sure.
Yeah.
As I said, you come off that and you were like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
I
it was good.
enjoyed
It was good.
that.
So thank you all for tuning in. You will see us next week.
Yeah.
With maybe Operation
Crush
Cook
nuts.
Nuts Part 2. That'll
Part
do.
2.
So thank you. See you next week. Stay safe, play safe. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.